Today we'll be raising and showing off the new character Kinich. Unlike most of my recent raising modes, this will be done on my own account, which means we do gotta start with the raising part. As always though, I have timestamps built into the video if you wanna see a specific part. For now, I'll pass it off to Streamer Moga. All right, there's the level 20. Oh God, I don't think we're gonna be able to get him all the way up to level 90 today, but we're gonna get him as far as we can. We need a gluttonous. We got 3. That's the minimum now, which is always cool. Got 3 again. Let's check. Yeah, I think we'll need some plants already. We're gonna farm my own world first. I hope these are not too hard to farm. Oh yeah, I guess I should be beeping. Beep, leave me alone. Beep. I'm just trying to beep here. Beep, beep. Although I probably will need their mats. So sure. Beep. God mode kitchen. Funny story. That was its original title. I don't think our kitchen has plans to get renovated further. Beep, beep, beep. I feel bad for killing all these babies. And it's like in a nest and stuff. It's kind of messed up, but I mean, they started it, I think. Beep. People crying about the baby. Dude, I actually get it though. I was making a video fighting all the local legends and I couldn't. The one that was just chilling there, playing music to the animals. I couldn't do it. I know it's just pixels. I think it would feel bad to me. I really need these guys' materials though, so I'm sorry, survival of the fittest. These guys are different because they will attack you if you get too close to them. I'm just saying hi, but he's pissed. So this is just actually self-defense. But no matter how close you got to the local legend, they weren't gonna fight you unless you started it. Beep. I think the babies also attack you, don't they? I mean, even if they're like smaller, they're still just like aggressive first. I'll check the babies next time. Well, the babies are always next to their moms, so I don't know. Alrighty. I haven't done 1 single HP of damage. Oh no. Okay, thank you. It was just backing up and I was concerned, but it attacked me, so beep. More annoying than the other plants. I guess just Mualanis. Mualanis were so refreshingly easy. Beep. The in-game tracker is literally game-changing. That was something I always dreaded, like, oh God. Now it's kind of fun. You just go over to a little circle and then there's the mats. Kind of nice now. Beep. I didn't mean specifically to go for the little one first. When you think about it, it's probably merciful. If the little one watches its parent get brutally murdered, it's probably going to be very like even more afraid in its final moments than if you were to just, you know, take care of him first. Though the parent watching, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Hello, Cap. Beep. You guys gonna help at one point or beep? Are you two okay? I'm glad Moga-chan covers like 90% of you guys' messages. It's like complete brain rot. I'm not sure if I am even allowed to show that. Love your tech videos. Wow, thanks a lot. That's definitely sort of a passion project for me. They're very unrelated subjects. Beep, I probably won't be super consistent with it. Just when there's something I find interesting, I'll post it there. Beep, beep. Basically things that don't really fit on this channel. I think some tech products like that Razer thing, beep, I showcased a while ago. Beep, beep, phone/tablet controller holder thing. You know, it's kind of like related in a way. Beep. Oh, you do make the sounds. Yes. I think it'd be more work, at least in post, to put the beeps in. So I just literally say beep, beep. My mother made the most delicious cookies I have ever eaten, OMG. I think as soon as they like have a kid, they're like imbued with the knowledge to make good cookies. I think it's just like a part of the circle of life or something. I think we actually have enough, 158. I think we only need 160 something total, so that's really cool. Yeah, basically just more boss runs. All right, we're back off stream now. We basically just a few more runs on the Gluttonous King here. 3. Oh, we actually got a 4 for once. That's crazy. If we get one more 4 in the next 3 runs, it's only 3 runs. 3, come on. Ah, last chance for 4, come on. Damn, okay. One more run then. Last run regardless here. One quick trip to the crafting table later, and we're ready to finally get him all the way up to level 90. Import a few books, and there you go. Gets a pretty decent crit damage boost from Ascension there. But yeah, now that he's level 90, it's time to do the talent and constellation overview. Starting with his normal attack, he's yet another case of it being pretty useless. His charge attack does look pretty cool for being a greatsword user, since most of them do 1 of 2 animations for their charge attack. I guess one interesting thing is that he can do a single mid-air slash after a grapple. No idea when that would actually be useful though. Moving on to his elemental skill, this is the core of his kit and his movement mechanics. When you're out of range of an enemy, he'll grapple the sky and get some air. In Natlin, you can double grapple and even swap grapple. You can hold the skill to aim where you want to grapple as well. In combat, his grapple, and by extension Kinich himself, will attach to an enemy, and for a time, you can blast the enemy using normal attacks. Do note Note, it still uses the multiplier from the skill, so raising the normal attack talent won't increase this damage. It is also considered elemental skill damage, so normal attack bonuses like you'll find on the Hunter set won't have an effect. It will trigger certain characters' abilities though, like Yelan or Xingqiu, that rely on normal attacks to trigger their off-field attacks. Anyway, you start with 0 Night Soul points, and by doing these attacks, it fills up. Once it's full, you can unleash his true elemental skill called Scale Spiker Cannon for a nice big attack. His Night Soul points will then be reset back to 0, and upon filling them up again, you can do another. So on and so forth until this state ends after 10 seconds. His first passive increases the damage of this big attack by a good amount, 320% of his attack, stacking up to twice. Unfortunately, you get this stack by triggering Night Soul Burst, which is something that essentially happens by itself, but happens only once per 9 seconds at best. The cooldown gets longer with less than 3 Natlan characters in your team. His other passive fills up the Night Soul meter much quicker, granted you're in a Burning or Burgeon team, allowing you to get off more of these big attacks per Night Soul state. His burst is somewhat separated from the rest of his kit. He'll summon his little dragon dude to periodically attack enemies. His special Night Soul state will last 1.7 seconds longer if he's currently in it, but I assume due to the length of the burst animation, you won't actually be able to fire off many extra hits. It basically just compensates for the animation time, so you can do it whenever you want. Finally, his exploration passive shows unique Natlan resources on the minimap and increases your team's movement speed upon harvesting most materials. Sadly, since this isn't the CE server, I can't show what actually happens with the constellations, but I'll give some thoughts. C1 sounds really fun with a juicy 30% movement speed boost upon landing from a grapple, and every Scale Spiker Cannon shot will have its crit damage increased by 100%. C2 might be even better for damage reasons though, as his skill will also reduce the enemy's Dendro resistance by 30%, and the first Scale Spiker Cannon will have its AoE and damage increased by 100%. C3 is elemental skill talents, makes sense. C4 sounds a bit mid to me, some energy recovery and burst damage increase. I'm not sure it'll help his burst damage too much though, since it's not that strong to begin with. C5 is burst levels, and C6 is interesting. His big attack can now bounce once to an additional enemy, doing somewhat comparable damage to the initial hit. One thing I'm sadly unsure of is if this is completely useless in single target situations. If so, that would be a little odd, as a lot of the hardest content features solo bosses. Taking the words they write here at face value would mean it is useless for single target, but that's hard to imagine a C6 only being useful in some situations. But okay, one last thing to do before we can actually start using him, and that's his talents. Oh Jesus, they're open tomorrow. Okay, I think the only really important thing, honestly, is his skill. I would like to get his burst up a bit, but since I was a big dum-dum, I'm not sure we're going to be able to do much here. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Unfortunately, we can only buy 2. I'm not sure it's enough, but we'll see. Kindling, it's only 20 of those. Maybe we have some golds, who knows? We did get a bonus, so we can get it up to 6. Ooh, we do have golds, Don't know where I got those, honestly, but I don't care. I think we can get this up to 8 at least. Yeah, we can, but that means we'd actually be leaving his burst at 1, which, I mean, it didn't seem that strong to me. We're gonna have to wait till God mode to really like test it out and look at it, but let's just start with 5 and see if we get a bonus here. We did, okay. Well then, we can get his ultimate up to 2. Unless Layla comes through really big clutch right now and gives us a bonus on 1. Oh, what? Okay, Layla, going insane. All right, there we go. We got his skill up to 8, but yeah, that's the best we can do. So let's go ahead and move on to build. And I usually like to keep these showcases as free to play friendly as possible. The new craftable Natlan Greatsword Earthshaker here is good for him, and it's probably like one of the most free to play things you can give him. And if you do have pyros in your team going for burning or burgeon or whatever, this is going to be a basically permanent elemental skill damage boost. It's only 16% at R1, but I imagine 32% at max. Sadly, we can't even raise Earthshaker right now because it uses new Natlan materials, which we don't have a ton of yet. This would be my general 4-star recommendation for him though. I'd say if you're not strictly free to play, Serpent Spine is just a busted greatsword in general. At R5, 50% damage boost pretty much permanently, unless you get hit. Even then you get the stack back in 4 seconds. We are actually just gonna be going Black Cliff Slasher. It's not very free to play friendly, but it is accessible to free to play via the Star Glitter shop. I mean, I do understand most people would rather go for characters or summons, but I really don't have a ton of options here. I wish we could just go with this one, get it to R5, but again, this is my actual account, and you know, we have realistic resource limitations. As for artifacts, we are going to be trying to get him in Obsidian Codex. We did get an okay circlet here from the transmuter, so we'll start with that. I don't think we're going to be really building him with EM. That subset's kind of pointless, but still 9.3 crit rate. Only have a 4-star Dendro. That'll have to be off piece. Any attack percent sands. Crit damage, energy. Yeah, none of them are great, honestly. I think we'll probably start with this one. Got that flat def roll. Let's go. Got an energy recharge. Can we get like 1 crit damage, please? That's all I'm asking for. 1 crit damage. All right. I mean, energy recharge. Let's try this crit damage EM, I guess. Got an EM. 1 crit damage. Yes, thank you. Okay, I think we're just sticking with this one then. Thankfully, we shouldn't need that much crit rate because the set gives so much. 1 more crit damage. Yes, okay. I mean, it's still not a great artifact. Like 3 of the 4 subs are pretty useless, but you know, 2 rolls into crit damage, I can't really complain. Last one? Last one? Ah, okay. This plume doesn't look bad, attack and crit damage. I think we will need a little bit of crit rate, to be honest, though. Got a crit damage roll, take that, take that. Ooh, and an attack roll. This one's rolling actually pretty good so far. Flat HP, unfortunately. Another crit damage. All right, I think this one's good. Damn, another flat HP, but you know, 20 crit damage, 10 attack. None of the others really look like they're worth raising, so let's move on to plume. What? Okay, actually the most important is probably crit damage, attack percent, then crit rate. All right, you know, crit damage, attack, energy. Ooh, this one starts with 4 subs, attack, crit damage, EM, and energy recharge. Energy recharge, okay, you know, probably still better than EM. No, stop. I'm giving up on this one. Let's see, 4th stat here, HP, and we'll come back to it maybe. You know, avoids the defs a little bit. Nope. All right, we'll get it to 8. Oh, Lord. I mean, we're so close to 12 anyway, may as well. Nah, I don't care though. It now went to attack, but I think those are like the 2 lowest rolls it could have been. Let's see what happens to this one at 4. It's def. See what happens at 4. Def. This one's not looking that bad suddenly. Like if the last 2 rolls do go into attack or crit damage, more EM. Okay, I mean, it's a very focused, you know, very focused flower. Maybe someone slightly more support focused, but Obsidian Codex with its 40 crit rate doesn't really scream support set. All right, let's try this one. Maybe it rolls like 3 times into crit damage. Let's just blast it to 20. Oh, okay, I think it actually did 28%. You know, didn't roll too bad. 1 into flat def. I am a bit worried about our crit rate situation. 275 crit damage? How did I even get that much? I guess Blackcliff helps a bit. We're gonna need an insane goblet here. The best Dendro goblet I have has 10 crit rate. It's actually pretty good though. 10 crit rate, 11 attack. It's not even equipped on anyone right now, so sure. 64 to 275 is not a good ratio though. I'll see if there's anything I can do. Come on, 3 rolls into crit rate. Do it for me. 1 roll into crit rate. Let's check 4th sub. HP. Come on. No, it's even worse. Come on. Wow. All right, actually last chance now. 2 rolls, 2 rolls. That's all I'm asking. 1 roll. Let's check plumes again. EM. It probably could be useful for someone else, or maybe still Kinich. I'm not too sure yet. Let's see what happens. All right, I give up after this. 1 roll. I don't think there's anything else I can do. The sands isn't that great. It's basically 21 crit damage, so we do have a crit rate here. Let's just one-shot it, not even look at the 4th stat. It's flat HP, and we got 1 crit rate roll again. Why can't we not get more than 1 crit rate roll though, dude? Okay, I don't care. I'm giving it to him. It is actually worse, but we need a slightly better ratio at least. It's not that bad now, 70 to 250, I guess. We'll try and optimize him a bit more for God mode. I think just swapping the weapon would probably do it because it has crit rate main stat. I know this is a stupidly high base attack weapon and we won't get much crit rate, but it might just be that little bit we're missing. As for alternatives, if you haven't farmed Obsidian Codex yet, I mean, I do think it's very hard to beat 40% crit rate. However, I would say if you don't have a Deepwood Memories in your team, it wouldn't be a bad set for him. It's 30% Dendro res reduction at the end of the day. A little bit of post-edit moga here. I did also want to recommend Unfinished Reverie if 1, you're going for a burning team, and 2, you do not have a decent Codex set. At first, it slipped my mind because it's such a new set and I haven't farmed it much. I doubt many people have farmed it extensively, but after doing some testing, it is a very good set for him. To get and keep the 50% damage increase, you just need to make sure the enemies are burning. I have to assume in a burning team, this is his 2nd best set besides Codex. If you want to go broken 2-piece sets, I think Golden Troop would be all right. It does increase elemental skill damage by 20%. And then, you know, good old attack percent 2-piece. We have so many attack percent options in the meantime, so like have a ton of options to get 2 attack sets on him. And generally, the more options you have, the better substats you can get. So yeah, I do think he's pretty much ready to go. The team I was kind of wanting to start with was this one because it is composed of only 4 stars. I I am attempting to try and make the teams a bit more free to play friendly instead of just always throwing Farina in there for every unit. We could technically equip someone in here with Deepwood and still get the Dendro res reduction, even though we don't have double Dendro. That would definitely be an option. I also think Emily would be a good partner. She could be the one holding onto Deepwood, keeping the enemies burning and giving you a lot of resistance to burning. So because of Kenich's passive and the fact he can fire off so many more E's in a burning or Burgeon team, I do feel like that would be like the main correct way to play him, so to speak. We're just gonna start with these guys and see how it goes. So let's start with our daily quests, and something I haven't done in a while is the solo challenge. Let's see if he can solo the daily quests by himself. Okay, this one might be a little bit of a problem because, yeah, there's like, oh, I mean, we are doing some decent damage though. That was like a 60k. 84. That's actually pretty good solo damage. Granted, in this specific case, you know, we do have Blackcliff and we're getting, you know, some attack bonuses. Oh, this guy. Can we handle him solo? We'll see. Let's just start with his burst. Get some level 3 skill talent damage in there. What is it actually doing? Oh yeah, I mean, like, he does a lot of solo damage, actually. 71k. I'm pretty sure we don't have any Blackcliff buffs right now, at least. How big is his current AoE here at C0? Oh yeah, we did hit them both. Unfortunately, that was no critical, but you know, there is an AoE there. It's not huge though. Also, when we get this Night Soul burst, of course, it's going to be a bit stronger there if that was a critical. Oh no, no, chill. Can we poise? Do the poise. No. Oh my God. It's so close to dead. Okay, we got it. All right, this is just a collect all pyro particles one, so not much to see here. We do got to use some resin, so let's go to the artifact domain. Can see a little bit of what Kinich can do as well in a full team this time. We're just going to start with his burst and then get Xingqiu in there, start getting some cores if we don't die here. And then, oops, I meant to go to Shanling first. All right, here we go. Now let's see what you can do, Kinich. Ooh, that was over 100k, 120, I believe. Hell yeah. Boom. Okay, that was pretty good. And they're all like close together as well. 43 seconds is not real because I was standing here talking about stuff for a while. I'll use these 5 condensed and we can also check if we got anything decent. Ooh, what the hell? Second plume of the day, we got crit rate, attack, energy, and EM. 4 substart, what the flip? Boom. I don't know what that was, but we do have some AoE in there. We actually do have some AoE in there when they're so close together. All right, what was that? 26, definitely better. Oh yeah, this set. I don't think I really care about it right now. Are we actually doing any Burgeon in there? It's really hard to see. These rock guys are like so huge. Okay, no, there's actually no damage inflation here. There's just a separate true damage number that pops up here and there, but that won't be reflected in Kenich's Dendro damage. It's really not bad. Unfortunately, this one didn't get caught in all the AoEs, so took a little bit longer that time. Okay, now we're like only getting these artifacts, which is not cool. Nothing good there, unfortunately, but yeah, let's go ahead and leave. I mean, we've already seen some general damage from him, but let's do a Masanori run or two. Are we getting some, oh yeah, there's a Burgeon popping up here and there. I guess that would depend on Shanling's Elemental Mastery, which I didn't really think about until now. Oh yeah, right, wait, there was another thing. I wanted to equip someone with 4-piece Deepwood. I think I'm going to give that to Xingqiu because his damage is all right, but he's not built super great. So I think giving up Emblem wouldn't hurt our overall team that much. And right now I'm just more interested to see what we can do with a Deepwood in our team. He should have his Dendro res decreased already, but we need to be a little bit faster here. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we can do now. Ooh, okay, that makes a pretty big difference. That was a 140 something K. The fact Masanori moves around so much and Kinich does too when he's doing his thing makes it a little bit annoying. So I think what we're gonna do is probably just go to a more stationary boss like good old Dorito Man. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Kaboom, 143. Yeah, that seems to be about the attack now. A little bit less, I think, because we don't have that bonus anymore. But yeah, almost 1 rotation to him. I was doing this a lot during like the early showcase, but we weren't completely free to play in that department. We had his signature weapon. All of his talents were 8. Not that that should matter that much in this case, but we also weren't trying to play with only a 4-star team. So honestly, with all that being said, I think this team is not bad at all. I am pretty sure we are, you know, triggering his passive and we're getting those E's much faster than outside of a Burning Burgeon team. Yeah, no, that is definitely faster. I think when we can get 4 E's off. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Almost, so close. He literally has like 1 HP, but okay. So yeah, I really do think this team isn't bad. If I was gonna swap someone out, it probably would be Xingqiu though, because yeah, I'm really not sure how much benefit we're getting from his Hydro. Obviously, the fact he is in Deepwood brings value to the team, but literally anyone, well, almost anyone can be in Deepwood. It's good in his case because, you know, he's always decreasing the Dendro res, even if he's off field. It would, of course, be best to have another Dendro in there for Dendro resonance, but as for the 4-star ones, I'm not sure, like, off-field wise, there's any that are that good. Emily obviously would slot in Xingqiu's place basically perfectly, and I probably would give her Deepwood actually as opposed to her signature set because, you know, Kinich is the DPS here. A lot of the other like Dendro DPS-ish teams do require some kind of 5-star usually. As usual though, raising modes are more just about, you know, learning the character and such. So in terms of like teams and showcases, we'll be getting more in depth on God mode for that. But yeah, let me know what you think about him in the comments down below. Dropping a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks as always for watching, and until next time.